What up, what up? I'm DJ Crate Digger of CrateDigger.com, and welcome to Season 2, Day 3 of the Content Creators of Color Podcast Challenge. Now, each day I'm just going to hop in and tell you about an artist or group that's been very influential and inspirational to my 25-year career as a DJ. Now, this next artist, the one and only Biz Markie. There's so much I can say about Biz, and I'm going to try to not go over it because I don't want to do too much talking. But Biz is one of those artists who I both had the chance to listen to growing up, to idolize, to learn so much from in the context of just music and how they use music and samples, and then becoming a DJ, having the opportunity to meet and DJ alongside of Biz. So I'm going to tell this story. I'm not really proud of it, but it really kind of speaks to the influence that Biz had over me. I tell people all the time, like, when it comes to hip-hop, if I was going to be anything in the scope of hip-hop culture, I had to be the DJ. All right, I'm not that great of a dancer. All right, sometimes I have trouble writing my name, so graffiti ain't my thing. And I'm not an MC. Now, I can say some things and be kind of witty, but I'm not a rapper. I'm not an MC. Music has always been my thing. Why that matters, I remember being a freshman in high school, so we're talking about 1992, give or take. And they were having this talent show. And I wanted to be in this talent show with two of my buddies who were also going to perform in the talent show. They were going to rap. So we was all going to rap. You know, I wasn't DJing yet, and so that wasn't an option for me at the time. But what am I going to rap about? I'm not a rapper. So what I ended up doing is I ended up taking this old Biz Markie verse that I used to learn years before on that same Fisher-Price tape deck I told you about. I had a couple of Biz Markie singles. So I had cassette singles of Biz. Of course, I had Just a Friend, and I had some other joints. And on the B-side of one of those tapes was this rap. And I don't remember off the top of my head exactly what track it was, but I had listened to it so many times I had it memorized, right? So I took that verse, changed it up a bit to apply to me and this kind of character or persona that I had created, and used it as the demo or the tryout, the audition for this talent show in high school. Now, I don't know if anybody caught on to it. No one said nothing to me. I don't know if anybody ever caught on to it. But with that being said, we did make the audition into the talent show, but something happened where we never actually had the show. I don't know if it was like a weather, like we ended up having no school that day because of weather, and I don't know what happened, but I never actually was put in a position where I had to get on stage and perform somebody else's verse, that somebody else being Biz Markie. So that's like 1992 when I'm kind of inspired and influenced by Biz. Moving forward, having had the chance to meet him a couple of times and DJ with him, like, Biz is a dope DJ. And I think a lot of people forget because they get caught up either in his persona as Biz or like the other parts of Biz. Like, he's a really dope DJ. So getting to see him DJ live multiple times was an amazing experience. And the last thing I'll say about Biz, then we'll get to the music. Biz was one of those artists, once again, if you're not familiar with the story directly, but Biz and Big Daddy Kane, Biz and Roxanne Shante, and all those folks, like, he was really influential into both getting these different artists access to spaces and his development of them and them of him. And once again, that early time in hip-hop when things were kind of growing and developing and a lot of, politicking and maneuvering was happening. So, Biz was definitely one of those artists who doesn't fully get, no matter how great people talk about Biz, I think Biz is one of those folks who had such an influence that people don't fully understand the influence he had. So with that being said, rest in peace to the one and only Biz Markie. We're going to get to the music.
I want to. I like to introduce myself. My name is Biz Markie. My name is Biz Markie. My name is My name is Biz Markie. My name is Biz Markie. No longer use all the drugs or Biz Markie. Making music called Believe is my specialty. When I go, I want you. Girls get excited when they hear my lyrics. They wanna recite them. I know you're in the mood. Just go with the flow, and I can play rapping records and all disco. Like Peter, Billie Jean, but Michael Jackson, all the treasures to your record. They gon' act
nullified kinging. Perfect sound for throwing down, and you know that I'm bringing the crowd to enjoyment. But what I do, like the people cheering because of what they hearing. 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 Moving and grooving to a devastating sound is glaring because they're in the mood for me. The B.I.C. for Emma's, the Emma's, the A.R.K.I.E. The party ripping, never tripping, king of crowd pleasing. I can turn it out without a doubt, it ain't the season. I entertain crowds, 1,000,000 and thousands. Homeboys making noise as I do browse through a girl's blouse. Say the funky rhyme to make the girls get naked. I can turn it out with different sounds on my record that I say give them. Is you'll absorb the rhythm, the magnificent record maker of prison.
The Biz Markies are going. The Biz Markies are going off. 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 The Biz Markies are going off.
Ha 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 ha! Check out this bizarre. Ha 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 ha! Check out this bizarre. Ha 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 ha! Ha 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 ha! Ha 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 ha! Check out this bizarre. Ha 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 ha! Ha 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 ha! Ha 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 ha! Check out this bizarre rapper style used by me. The B.I.Z.M.A.R.K.I. with the E in. You will be agreeing. A brother ain't a brother unless he is say like G. 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 Say like G.
Biz Markie.
The star of the show.
Biz Markie.
Hard-working
Biz Markie.
Mr. Dynamite.
Biz Markie.
Mr. Dynamite.
So fresh, so fresh.
Can you feel it? Nothing can save ya, but this is the season of catching the vapors. And since I got time, what I'm going to do, to tell you how they spread it throughout my crew, my crew, my crew.